We're gonna do a little hangout with our pregnant mare Liberty. But first, I have some business to attend to. So I'm gonna prop the phone there. I'll keep this a little bit out of view. But I'm sure you know what I'm doing. Horse Universe again, hello. How are you today? All right, that's done. Now I gotta find a good spot to hang out with her. Here she is. I'm good. Oh, I'll just sit here. Oh, she's got a lot of sunlight on her that direction. How are your horses today? 6 people here. Hello, everyone. This is Liberty. I'm gonna actually flip the camera. Get in my little corner spot. But this is Liberty. She is pregnant. This is her really big belly. Her due date is May 1st, so she could have a baby any day now. The signs are saying it's not going to be tonight, so I will sleep at home tonight, but once she gets close and starts showing signs, we'll be spending the night here. Hey Mike, how are you? I'm gonna need to get a mount, a phone. Oops, sorry. Oh, this is so pretty. Thank you, I agree. She is. If you're new here, I forget, I don't know how long you've been in the stream, but she is pregnant. I was gonna save this for when more people came, but there's her big belly. There's a baby in there. Thank you, Horse Universe. Get a little ASMR too on this stream. Hi, Liberty. Can I zoom out anymore? No, I can't zoom out anymore. Whoa. I think we just hit the short speed. We have 23 people here. I'll probably be showing off her belly a lot on this stream, so bear with me here. But we got 23 people here, and we just half-fed dinner hay and chores. Everything's done, so I'm just hanging out with her, answering any questions you have about pregnant horse Liberty. I'll see your comments and try to respond. Otherwise, we'll just check her out and chat. So, this is her eating. I have done some videos on my page where you can actually see the baby kicking. That was her just flinching to my hand. But her belly's like kind of filling out. I think things are moving like out, down, and back. So it's just so firm now. I haven't seen too many kicks recently, or at least to get on video, but maybe while we're in here and it's quiet. But otherwise she's also moving around eating, so it does make it a little harder to tell what is a kick and what is her just moving her body. Maybe we'll go on the other side of her where there's more lighting. Hi, Liberty. Check out her belly from this side. It's big, isn't it? That's how big pregnant horse belly is. Maybe we'll get a behind angle too. It never shows up as good in camera just because the camera lens like warps things. But standing here in person, like you can see her belly out on this side and out on that side. Camera doesn't show it well. Maybe we can prop it up here for a minute. So yeah, if anyone's got any questions about Liberty or what we've been doing with her lately, let me know in the comments. I'll try to answer them. Otherwise, I'll just keep chatting. I did a video recently where I did 2 videos recently. One where we set up the stall for her. This was new. It was a grain room and a storage room, but they opened it up and made it into a big stall for her. I think she's going to the bathroom. Oh no, she just wants to hay over here. Better lighting? So that video was us setting up the stall, putting, I forget what I did, put the mats on the wall, and then moving her in here. But then more recently I did a video, because she is getting close, she's going to have a baby in any day now. We switched her over to straw. So the video was putting these new doors on. We used to have solid doors, so it was just solid to the ground. And that kind of prevented some airflow through here. So what we did was add these on, so this lets some airflow through here, but also the baby's going to be able to see out. She'll see out of these. We can see in and see the baby too, but it's just better than the solid doors. And then what we also did is she's always been on shavings, but we switched her over to this straw. And the reason for straw is because when the baby, so here's the shavings here. I'm still working some under to absorb the pee, but when the baby comes, I'm just gonna add so much more straw, fluff it up a lot so that the baby feels comfortable to fall over to lay down. But the reason we switched to straw is because the shavings here, if the baby falls and lays a nose, it can inhale it and it can cause some respiratory problems. Straw is much safer, they can't inhale it. So that video was us switching her to straw. First time we've seen her on straw. And she moved in here, she settled in right away. She did try to eat it because she didn't know what it was, but she did eventually get bored of it at night. And we saw her sleeping, so I'm trying to get back here. Oh, let me switch. I've got this camera up here so we can keep an eye on her 24/7 and we can see her sleeping at night. So when the camera's view, usually it's right kind of where her hind legs are. She lays there on her left side so she can see out both doors. I think that's where she feels safest. So we bed that up a lot with straw so it's super comfy. And again, she was sleeping there last night. I think I just posted a video of my wife bringing over shavings and making a nest for her last night, big fluffy spot, and she laid exactly in that spot. So that was actually kind of fun. But we got 54 people here. I'm sure there's people who have never seen my content before. So this is my horse Liberty. She is pregnant. She's gonna have a baby due. So if you want to see a lot of baby horse content, subscribe to my channel, like this live video so more people can see it. But I am going to film. Here, let me chat with you again over here. I am gonna film the whole night, the birth. I'm gonna set my phone up, make sure it's got plenty of battery, plenty of space, and just record. And we will be in here to assist her, hands-on, so we will see it. But I'm gonna share that content with everyone, so I'm gonna have to go and edit it and see what's good and usable. And then after that, there's gonna be a baby horse here, and it's gonna be my first time interacting with a baby horse. My wife has interacted with them before, but then I'm just gonna share my whole journey of it growing up, so I think it's fine. So we got a good question here. What breed is she? She is an Oldenburg, and here, let's get a close up of her face here. She's an Oldenburg, and the sire is a KWPN, and we are going to register the baby as a KWPN. We got a question on what are the things on her legs. These are called, the brand is actually Incrediwear. It's a human product. They also made for horses, but they're Incrediwear standing wraps, and they're a certain material that encourages circulation, blood circulation. So it protects her legs, but also keeps them circulated. So it's just for her to sleep in, protect her legs. She does about 2 years ago, she had an injury on one, so we started wearing those at night. But these are made for humans, this material, so people use it. Sleep in socks made of the same material, but we started using it then and just kept it on. But I think when the baby comes, if you didn't notice, we're talking about how she's pregnant. When the baby comes, she probably won't be wearing these anymore because the baby will just chew them off. But for now, they're just to protect her legs at night. But yeah, good questions. ASMR. How many months are horses pregnant? Good question. Like over 11 months. So she's at 300 and she's around 332 days, I think, pregnant. So yeah, it's almost a year. Some horses can go up to a year. Some can go over a year. But you want to make it past day 320. They say 320 is a safe date. That's when you have a viable foal. If the horse has a birth before day 320, then the foal can have some complications. So this is really awesome. Big John and friends, thank you so much. I'm glad you're following the journey. But we've never had a foal here. Yeah, so I mean, I'm still kind of new to the horse world. My wife is the one who's a horse person, but then brought me in and I fell in love with him too. But when she grew up at the barn she was at, they bred a lot, and so she worked with a lot of baby horses, but she was never there for a birth. And then I've never been here. I've never seen a birth, and I've only seen a horse at like 3 months and again at 6 months and at a year. So very small stages, but I've never interacted with them. So I am excited to film all of that. Keep us posted on her waxing. I mean, she's a little bit starting to bag up, but she's not waxing yet. So that is one of the signs we look for to know when she's getting really close. Some of them don't show that though, so we're looking at all the signs. Another sign we're looking for that she's getting ready to go into labor is the muscles up here around her tail are going to turn into jello. They're still pretty firm. They're not jello-y yet, but this whole area will feel very loose and very jello-y. Do I ride horses? Another good question. I'm gonna sit over here with her. I got a good angle of her belly here. My wife is a dressage trainer. She rides a lot of horses. I am the groom, so I take care of them on the ground, keep them clean. I clean their stalls, do a lot of the groundwork and cleaning. But the exciting part for me is that when Liberty has her baby and then the baby's weaned from her, she's gonna become my horse to ride. So I will start my riding journey at the end of this year. They usually take 6 months to wean before you wean a baby horse off of them. So maybe at the end of the year, I will start my riding journey. I've ridden probably less, like around 20 times in my life, but I do want to do it more. So that was a good question. I appreciate it, Madeline. Madeline or Madeline, I don't know which one it is, but I appreciate the questions. All right, maybe we're up to, I think, 80 something people in here. That's great. So yeah, if you're new to horses, what I try to do on my channel is I try to make funny videos about horses so that anybody, even if you're not a horse person, can, oops, I think she wants to drink water. Let me get out of her way. No, she's just itching her nose on the bucket. But yeah, so I try to make horse content funny for everyone, not just horse people. So if you're an animal lover, then I think you should subscribe to my page, because you don't have to be a horse person. It's supposed to be funny for everyone. But you will learn a lot about horses watching my channel. Does she have a personality? Of course she does. She's very cuddly. She is independent. She wants me out of her way, so I'm gonna move. But each horse has a different personality. And spending time with them, you kind of get to know them and how each operate. I have another horse, Kira, who's got a busy mind, and she likes to feel safe. So if you basically kind of tell her you're pushing away all the scary stuff in the world, she'll trust you, and she's really, really super sweet. Can you ride your horse, please? I'm not gonna ride on this stream. It's getting pretty late here. I'm just doing the evening chat. Bringing up her, yeah, forgot that. Oh, just me, I appreciate that. Hello, Clover Edits. How's Liberty doing? She's good, we're right here with Liberty. Looks like we got another handful of new people in here, so yes, Liberty is over 330 days pregnant now, and she's gonna have a baby any day. So we're just kind of keeping an eye on the signs, and then when she shows some serious signs, we'll start sleeping at the barn and be on 24/7 baby watch. But she's doing good. Otherwise, she's handling it so well. She's been super sweet the whole time, and I agree, I can't wait for everyone to see it. We don't know if the baby is gonna be a boy or a girl yet. We won't know until it's born. So I did do a post lately having people guess if it's gonna be a colt or a filly. But again, we won't know until it's born. What way you're gonna separate your foal with Liberty? Why are you gonna, every horse gets kind of separated at some point. The baby will live in the same stall with her for 6 months, but then they need to have their own space. And so that you call it weaning them off, and then they kind of go and get, it's basically maybe as like a teenager starts to figure out who they are, the baby needs to figure out who they are independently too. So what color is the dad? Honestly, the dad is exactly the same color as her. So we kind of think that it'll be, the baby will be a dark bay. I think genetically it can't be a chestnut, but with her coat being this color and the sire's coat being this color, we have a pretty good feeling it'll also be that color. So that's why I haven't asked anyone to guess on color, because with people not knowing who the sire is, it's kind of not fair. Emily Rain, hello, how are you? I'm just in the stall hanging out with Liberty. See some people adding some hearts to the bottom of the stream. I really appreciate it. That actually gets more people in here. Gray. There's a chance I think it could be gray. I mean, there's a chance it could be gray, but the like odds are very small, so we'll see. We'll see, we don't know. Okay, let's do a little ASMR again. A little snip, I know. Liberty has no white markings on her, and I think the dad has no white markings on him also. So it'll be interesting. I don't know if it will have a snip, a blaze, or anything, but we'll see. Okay, sorry, I just surprised you by popping into camera there. I think I'm gonna call it a night and let her be, but this is a good 20-minute live stream. I will answer this question. Do you have any names? We don't have a name picked out yet, but because the baby's gonna be registered with a certain breed, it has to start with the letter V. So we have to come up with V names, but we don't want to pick one for certain until we meet the baby and get to know its personality. So no names yet. But Liberty and I have names. That's Liberty, I know them. But I know what you meant. Anyways, I appreciate everyone chatting today. I'm going to do these more often with her and around the barn, and maybe get Piper on some live streams again, because I don't know if you saw my last one, but I got a new service and it works here. So Liberty, justice is good. But it does have to start with the letter V. V as in like victory. But I don't know if we want to name it Victory and it being a competition horse, so we'll see. But anyways, let's go. One last look with her and say goodnight to everyone. Stay tuned on more Liberty updates. We appreciate everyone following along. We'll see you on the next live stream. All right. Have a good night, everyone, or day, wherever you are in the world. I really appreciate chatting with you. Okay, bye.